Is this thing on? Hey Dabs, aka Jonathan Hernandez, the Green Badger. Does Hooligan have a green badge? He does. Yeah, you do, Hooligan. Okay, now I'm like Little Hooligan. I'm trying to crack the code here with the new challenge from SJHW. There's a picture of some food in the lower left, and it looked like the full English breakfast. That was pretty fast. I think that flashing image is the same image that's in the lower left corner.
You are tuned into the world famous FiatLeak.com.
Dabs, is G/Trivia and Riddles, do you have content there yet? Let me go check it out. Okay, Trivia and Riddles. Which is a new group by Dabs. Quick 100,000 to anyone who subscribes to that post that I'm looking at and then clicks done in the comments. That's a good way to get started. I would say you're alone. Now, Dabs, when you made this post, did you set it so the comments are hidden? Good job. Okay, Dabs, which post did you promote? I'll promote this one. Dabs, you can see what you promoted. I don't think you can't see on my screen, but I'm on the low left. There's in the left-hand navigation. There's an item called More, and then you can click Promoted, and it'll give you a list of all the posts that you've promoted, how many views they have, what the initial balance was, and what the remaining balance is. It's kind of hard to if you promote a post, it's kind of hard to verify that it's hard, it's random to see the post as a promoted post, because it just goes into the pool of all other promoted posts, and they pop up pretty randomly. So just you have a dashboard when you promote a post. Oh, let me go back. Let me comment on the trivia questions. Hey, King555. Go over to g/trivia and riddles and subscribe to the group. You get 100,000, and then try to answer this trivia question. Liger, you go too, and Sajad, and Enrique, and Emmanuel, and Lil Hooligan. All right, what else do you guys want me to look at? You can make a post or an activity right now, and I'll go check it out. Yeah, Dabs, since you have a group now, you can switch your identity from Jonathan Hernandez to the group. And when you look at the promotion dashboard, it's only going to show you what that identity promoted. So I don't know if you promoted it as your user or as your group, but it'll be in one of those two. Well, this is an earn activity by Raj Veer,
Is sponsored by BitcoinWallet.
and
The computer and the music box are related by the
I mean, if
code
nothing
that
else,
was used.
he attempted to use the
In some music
Fibonacci
boxes,
sequence.
This code is contained
his
in a circular
rewards.
disc, in which a series of holes
Oh, Dabs just announced that
As the disc revolves,
G/Latinas
tiny
is him.
prongs on the underside of each hole activate
Let's
a metal
see.
cone,
G/Latinas
creating
was the
musical
source of
sound.
some controversy.
This pattern of
a few days
holes
ago.
and no holes represents
Let's see how many
the two-symbol
subscribers you have
code
now.
of most music machine.
6, 10. 10 subscribers at G/Latinas. Now, Dabs, I hope you forgive me with all of your heart if I don't do a preview of the content, because I think that's what puts you in the hot water to begin with. I suppose you're marking it as 18 plus now. Little Hooligan is Little Hooligan. Are you saying that you want G/Latinas to add captions to their posts?
Of all man's machines, perhaps none has caused him more fear, hope, or confusion than the
Sajad says that he's got network issues
regarded
live
as
streaming.
everything from a
You know,
contraction of the devil to a gift
so I'm trying something different today. I noticed on YouTube live streaming you can choose the latency, and it was previously set to normal, and today I set it to low latency, which should mean that my voice and chat is more synced up. And then I could try to go ultra low latency, but I don't know if that's going to make things better or worse. Little Hooligan, do us all a favor. Head over to G/Latinas and report back on whether the content is now correctly marked as 18 plus. It's a tough job, but I think you can do it.
choice.
Oh man, now I have -2 subscriptions. I don't know why.
Make sure to follow Fangs on Spotify.
Dabs, Lil Hooligan says you better mark your content 18 plus, or bad things will happen. And he's right. He's right. You know what? Is Lil Hooligan ever not right? Do we even want to ask that question? Now, you know what I was doing earlier today? Because I am not on Tangled 24/7. I went through top hashtags and just picked something I was interested in. And then I was able to see posts that were made when I was asleep or when I was offline. So far, I am looking at Tangled memes with a lot of posts by @FunnyMemes8, and so far none of them are funny. Those are kind of inspirational, but not. The one thing that they're definitely not is memes. Hey Dabs, the edit only works in the first 30 minutes. So it's probably a good idea if you've got some posts that should have been marked 18 plus but weren't, to just delete those. Because once they're once they're more than a few hours old, if they don't have a lot of engagement, they probably won't. So I'd just start over. Which is what Hooligan said. Again, we have to ask the question, is he ever wrong? Are any of you guys gonna play Modern Warfare 3? If you guys in the chat are gamers, why don't you comment with Xbox, PlayStation, or PC? Erickson says PlayStation. Erickson, are you going to play Modern Warfare 3? Erickson says he doesn't play anymore. He's too busy playing Milix Warfare 1. Here's Seattle John. Now I just mentioned to Seattle John, he by proxy of G/AI Artists, he sent me a note today. He wanted, so he wants more tools and features that will help him build his businesses, his groups, like G/AI Artists. And he said, perhaps consider activity bonuses for qualified and vetted groups. That was an hour and a half ago. That was considered, and that was done. So G/AI Artists, which does have a studio badge, now has the 10x promotion enabled, as does G/I was there. If you ask and it's a good idea and it's easy, it'll happen fast. That one took about 20 minutes. And a large part of that 20 minutes was me going upstairs and grabbing a zesty drink and Crank brewing up an espresso. So it actually took much less than 20 minutes. Dab says that Fortnite is the new standard. Now, is Fortnite, is the creator of Fortnite the same guy that built the Unreal Engine? I don't watch gamer content on YouTube or any streaming platform, but I do really like Dr. Disrespect. Not even for the games. Yeah, he's just a cool character. Let's see what's going on with G/AI Artists. Hey, Seattle John, if you are authorized to represent at SJHW and his latest challenge. There was a question in the chat about what to do, how to approach that challenge. And to the extent that you are on the @SJHW board of directors, maybe you can help out. Sadar Farouk. Hello. Hey. He gave me a wave emoji. Can you guys in the chat on YouTube, can you guys do me a favor? Now, I'm not saying this for the same reason that everyone else is saying. But it looks like I updated some software, maybe OBS, I don't know. And it seemed that when I watched back my video from yesterday, there were heart emojis that would fly on camera. Can you guys hit the like button on this video in YouTube and let me see if there's a heart that flies. Or maybe it's a like. Maybe it's a like on the video. There's a lot of hearts flying in the chat. That works. Try hitting the like button on the video. There's a lot of hearts in the chat. Carnot Gaming, what is your Tangled user ID? What's your Tangled username? That's a lot of hearts. Oh, hey, Rajveer. Seattle John posted to G/AI Artists with a new collection. And it is captioned with, "The power is shifting in the Tangled world." AI Artist says, does anyone other than me use Midjourney? I think that so there's Midjourney and there's Wall-E. Is that the other one? I think they need to make some more variations. You can, after a while, you can start to tell which engine produced the image. They all have a kind of a similar look to them. I think they need to diversify that a little bit. You know, the cool content that G/AI Artist does is the how-to content. That would be a good intro. Let me save that. People in the chat, if you want me to look at a post, send it over. The Tesla baby stroller. Now, does that have autopilot and plaid mode?
Radio is sponsored by
Looks good. That'd be a good stroller as long as the ventilation works. Let's go take a look at Rajveer.
tuned into the world famous FiatLeak.com.
99 subscribers. And that didn't take too long. Oh, how about that? Thanks for the shout out, Rajveer. He just mentioned that I'm streaming right now. That's cool. So 10 days ago, 99 subscribers. That's really good.
That we seldom stop to think
Very
what
good.
it really is. In appearance, it is either printed pieces of paper or metal discs. Why, for instance, should 500 pieces of paper buy such a complicated thing as a motor car? Why should a metal disc buy a much larger piece of metal, such as a tin pail? To explain this, we must go back to the days of primitive man.
When did yeah, so Elnur Iramov, 1983,
You are listening to Fame.
who gives my posts more meh than anyone else, wants his Kazakhstani flag added to the marketplace. I think we're gonna have to wait. I thought I was gonna be able to do that last week. I think we're gonna have to wait for Danny to come back from the boot. Oh, at SJHW. There was some question at Little Hooligan. I was previewing your newest activity, your newest treasure hunt, and promoting it, sending it to everybody. And Hooligan mentioned that he needs a clue. He asked, "How does it work?" So it looks like a day ago, Rajveer made a price call on XRP. And apparently it was a good call. 25% profit in a day. I think I saw somebody, so this post has 5 likes and a shock face, but I think that somebody did give a thank you to Rajveer for that call. At SJHW says, watch the video closely and carefully. Now I did that, and I saw a traditional English breakfast, a photo in the lower left corner, and then I think I saw the same image flash. And there's a map, a treasure map, and it has 5 or 6 kind of medallion icons on it, and 2 islands almost forming a crescent moon, and X marks the spot in the harbor of the Moon Island. That's what I remember seeing. And SJHW says yes. Yes. What does it mean? And by the way, if you want to talk about the names of foods from a marketing standpoint, blood pudding would be on the bottom of that leaderboard. That is the most horrific name for food. I would never want to put blood pudding in my mouth. Is that Scottish? Because if you remember, I think if that's Scottish, that's part of the reason that I recommended that when you're budgeting for a trip to Scotland, include in your budget snacks that you bring to Scotland. Because who knows what's going to be waiting there for you. Battered and deep fried blood pudding. Okay, so SJHW says this works like the previous treasure hunts. Find the image for the next clue. So I imagine that there is a post somewhere that has a picture of a traditional English breakfast.
Spoken! It's party time! P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta!
I want to be hot, but the site was too slow. The site loaded slower than the video. Look, SJHW says he's not keen on the pudding himself, and he can't even bring himself to call it by the offensive name. He calls it black pudding. Is it? What are the ingredients? Is one of the ingredients in the name? King 555. He engaged with Rajni's reaction tip activity, as I did. I just did a little while ago. And King 555. Oh God. SJHW. You could have just said I don't know, but he didn't. He said that one of the key ingredients is pig blood. It's a good job that I'm not wearing my watch right now, because if I was, I'd be getting high heart rate alerts incessantly. Rajveer is hot. And Rajveer is going to give out a prize as determined by the Fibonacci sequence, which is missing 1 million. Mootren says, Ermagerd, what is this? Yeah, the top earners list is fairly competitive from his view. He must have missed yesterday's live stream. I think that was properly explained to him in the comments. Rob Many. Now, we don't hear from Rob Many very much, but he's a good user. He's a good user, and he is fighting the good fight against Gary Gensler. And he posted a YouTube video about Gary Gensler, who is the head of the SEC and fancies himself an expert on crypto. He taught a course at MIT. I wonder if I could teach a course at MIT. That would be pretty ironic, because they never would have admitted me into the school. I suppose I could. I'm looking for an honorary doctorate or emeritus. RD Graphics, awesome view of nature. I mean, you guys decided that was hot. It's hot. Time Fungus is, he's talking about his NFTs. He's got Din Duns. Now, he spends a lot of time doing animations and has done for many years, because he'll post some animations that he did 10 years ago. And he's looking for an outlet to mint some of these as NFTs. I have asked the question. I haven't tried this myself. Yes, I have. I have tried to mint an NFT in the Tangle browser on the Nilix network using an animated GIF, and it did work. It does work. Now, I want videos. I want large files to be minted as NFTs. And the only thing stopping that from happening is a little change in the UI on the Tangle browser. The network can handle it just fine. At Erickson. Riazali is doing his hashtag reaction tip. Is he in the chat? SJHW says Time Fungus's fungi animation is alluring. Rajveer said he just got a little heart attack. You and me both, Rajveer. Lil Hooligan. Lil Hooligan, do you enjoy the black pudding? Here we go. This is the activity that I'm talking about. SJHW. The Tangled Dining Room. Okay, there's 7 little icons. They're Milix logos. You guys better subscribe to SJHW. 554. That is a power user. Now, SJHW, are you auditioning for a studio badge? How many activities have you done that I've missed? Yeah, Erickson, if you got to it, then maybe this live stream could be an NFT in the Milix network. I mean, we don't know what the demand is. We can only presume that it would be off the charts. Okay, now I promoted this post of SJHW. And how much did I think I promoted it for 500,000. I think, so this activity ends in 24 hours. And I think 500,000 is a good number for 24 hours. Seems like if you go past 500,000, then the promotion keeps serving beyond 24 hours. And I was lucky. I might have been the first person to see this post, just by chance. When I saw this post, it was 0 minutes old. Hashtag reaction tip. SJHW, let's you do have the Treasure Hunter badge, and that badge cannot be purchased in the marketplace. It is exclusive, and you have it. And so does Bora Urgel, and so does Rajni, and I believe Narone. But if you want to, let's see how this treasure hunt goes that you just did. We want to make sure it's easy enough for people to engage with. But if that's something that you want to do, if you want to do treasure hunts, then maybe we can get with Danny, and I can give you access to G/treasure, and you can pick the ball up from where I left it off, which was pretty, and carry it forward for all of us. It's work, guys. Those treasure hunts are work. Here's Time Fungus again. He is hot today. I already tipped him. Buenas tardes. Alguien que me explique cómo funciona aquí. Se retira, se gana o qué. El tutorial no dice mucho. Ayuda. Now, when I see a post like that, my first instinct is to tag @Adrian. Because even though I can read what he said, he says the tutorial sucks. That's what he says. Even though I can read it, if I reply, I'm going to sound like a 3-year-old child. With a low IQ. Maybe that's appropriate. Hattie Hats says that he's working on a new article about Milix. We already talked about that 18 hours ago. What else do you guys want me to react to? Give me something in the chat. Will Billy B. He's doing, what is this? Is this AI? Is this fantasy AI? Will Billy B says he enjoys piano, his wife, art, GAD, writing, AI, and philosophy. Do you play an instrument? Oh, do I play an instrument? I said that during COVID, I started to try to learn to play the piano. Now, I was in a cool environment. I was renting an apartment, amazing apartment, and the apartment. So my landlord, the apartment was owned by the #1 Latino musician of all time. That guy, Arjona. That was my landlord. So he had a nice piano in the apartment. And I thought, well, this is better than most pianos. I'll give it a go. Says he's sold 20 million records. I think it's more than that. And it would be weird because, I mean, he's my landlord, and I'd be driving around Miami and I'd see giant billboards with him on it because he was doing a concert or whatever. Arjona. Oh, I wonder if there was a piece of art in the apartment. Now, I mean, it was a nice apartment. Here's how nice the apartment was. I was in my office and there was a utility closet. And I was checking something, like checking the air conditioner or something, and I looked around the corner and there were a number of light switches in that closet, and they were to control the level of light that was going to be shining on particular pieces of art in the apartment. And I swear this is true, those light switches had labels on them, and one of them said Picasso, one of them said Renoir, and one of them said Matisse. Now, those weren't in the apartment when I was there, but I imagine that those were real. I imagine those are real. That is a Utility Closet Flex by Arjonas. Rajveer says the owner checking his work is literally cool. What does that mean? The Red Fellow says, can I ever be a top earner? Yes. The answer is yes. You know what? Now, the posts that I'm going to describe, they might work, but they kind of bug me. Okay, so somebody signs up and then they start posting, don't forget to subscribe to me, and that's all they ever say. Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone subscribe to someone when the only content or contribution they're making is asking you to subscribe to them? No. No thanks. That's why I have -2 subscriptions, I guess. But yes, the Red Fellas, you can be a top earner. There's nothing stopping you from doing that, and you do not have to break the laws of physics to be a top earner. What do we have here? We've got a Ferrari 458.
In the beginning, there was sound.
Italia.
Waves.
Mailpack says she's real busy.
Seas.
Is she real busy driving a Ferrari 458 Italia around Mount Fuji?
The music was our survival.
Or Mount Kilimanjaro?
Drug. Life would remain.
How do you stake Millix? You know what? I'm gonna have a conversation with Crank right after this live stream.
Evil.
and we're going to talk about what to do next. And I think that maybe staking Millix is the thing to do next.
Love.
I think that might be the thing to do next, because I don't want to do like add another button over here and make this little micro feature over there. That doesn't do much for me. But building escrow account
For the love.
for staking and then attaching features to that, I think that could be interesting. And we can't even guess how interesting it'll be. We just have to do it and then find out how interesting it is.
For fangs.
All right. What else you guys have for me? That's not good. I don't need that. The song that is now playing, I can barely hear the music by design, but the song that's now playing is 404 Singularity, and that song lasts for 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Alright, well, since there's no hype in the chat, I'm going to wrap this one up. Since it's fresh in my mind, I'm going to go talk to Crank right now about escrow and staking. Okay? I will see you guys online, and I will talk to you tomorrow.